Hello, Kinders. Today we're going to make some snowflakes, and I had an epiphany, which is an idea, and I thought, well, why don't we make snowflakes out of something that's already in a circle and that's very thin, and we can fold it. So today what you're going to have, let's get all our ingredients ready for creating. Remember, I have a pencil, I have the primary colored markers, which what are they, artist? That's right, they're red, yellow, blue. If you don't remember, shame on you. So you're not going to necessarily use all of them, but we want to have those set out. I have a scrap piece of paper and a coffee filter and a pair of scissors, okay? So you're going to watch me do this first on the video that I've made, and then I'll show the video again and we'll do it together. So the first thing that I want you to do is go ahead and take your pencil. I know this is going to seem a little weird. You're going to write your name on the scrap paper on the bottom left. I'm going to push my button. What do we say, artists? That's right, name check. So check your shoulder, buddy. Make sure they have their name on there. So you have your scrap paper and your coffee filter up here just like this. Then you're going to choose two. That's right, artist. Two of these, okay? So two of these. Oh, and if you want to, go ahead and write your name somewhere on this piece of coffee filter. It may or may not stay. That's why I'm going to have you put it on the paper for sure. So I choose two, and the two that I'm going to choose will be red and yellow. And I'm going to first color, and I'm going to do a little swirly design. You can do whatever you want on here. You can do polka dots, anything that you want. It's kind of, you have to be very careful because it's a very delicate piece of paper. Okay, it's almost like tissue paper. Then I'm going to snap that cap, let my marker take a nap. Then I'm going to take my next color. I only get to use two. Everybody say two. That's right, two primary colors. And now I'm going to do a different design. And what I want you to do, artist, I want you to color on top of the other color. Look at that, Miss Molly rolling around everywhere. And I see I put my marker on the side. Remember we talked about that? It makes a wider, thicker line. Okay, so I only have my two colors. That turned out pretty. Snap that cap. Let your marker take a nap, okay? And then I want you to remember our paper loves to be massaged. So I'm going to take this whole circle and fold it in half. You have to do this by yourself, artist. So I fold it, make sure it touches the top, and massage or crease. Now I have half a circle. Then I'm going to take and fold it in half again. Take it up to the top, have it touch, fold, massage, okay, and there it is. And I want to keep folding it. You're doing this all on your own. I'm so proud of you. You're having it touch the top and massage the bottom. Now you can stop here, artist, or you can keep folding. I would recommend just to keep it this size. Then you take up your scissors. Now I want to review with you how we use our scissors. Remember, our thumb goes in the little circle on top. Our fingers go in the bottom. You can have two or three, and we always cut away. And I'm not even going to have you draw on this. I'm going to just have you start cutting. Remember, we're going to turn with this hand and cut with this. So we only nibble, nibble. We're not sharks. So there's a little piece there. And you can cut off anything you want. I cut a tiny little, that's right, a tiny little triangle. Then I'm going to have a bigger triangle. And I just very carefully take these little pieces off. And a little triangle. I'm making a pattern. And a big triangle, go all the way to the edge of that little triangle. And a little triangle. And now I've finished that whole side. If I can't get it to come apart, then I need to take my scissors back in there and trim it up just a little bit. There we go. And see, I have my scraps on my paper. That's perfect. Now I'm just going to keep turning it. And I'm doing what? Cutting more triangles. You can do any kind of shape you want. I personally like little triangles. I think it makes a nice pattern. You don't have to do as many as Mrs. Milligan is. That's up to you. Okay, now I'm turning my snowflake again. And then, oh, I trimmed it. Keep going, making a pattern. Little one, big one. Now I want you to notice, artist, if I went all the way and I touched the other side, I would ruin my snowflake. It would fall apart. So you don't want to have it touch the opposite side. I got to be careful because there's a big triangle there. Okay, and I'm almost to the edge, and I'm going to have a little baby triangle here. Now, what I want you to remember, artist, look at this. We already have it on this scrap piece of paper. This is to go in our little recycling tubs. Okay, so watch what I'm going to do. I'm just going to take this paper and put that in there, set my scrap paper back down. Now I'm done with my scissors and I'm done with my markers, so you could put those away. That would be awesome. Ooh, here's the exciting part, but you have to be careful because this is very delicate, okay? Think of it like a tissue, like tissue paper. And I'm very carefully opening it up. Now look at how my design has changed, artist. What you'll do then, ooh, I like it. And it has a lot of holes in it. Yours may not have that many, that's okay. But we have to be careful because this could rip. So I'm going to take my paper and you're going to come to the back table, okay? And at the back table, let me get my little bucket here so you can see, I will have a bucket. And you will set your paper, just like I have, your paper with my snowflake on top of it. Then either I or you will have squirt bottle, and watch what I'm going to do. I'm going to mist it. Let's count to 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, I'm going to wait, and I'm going to count again. 1, 2, 3. Now, what should begin to happen, artists? So I did about 7 sprays, okay? And my paper's in here, and you're going to get to take this home. It's going to sit just like this. Now, what you should begin to see is where it starts to bleed. Where the 2 colors touch and mix, they should create a secondary color. Now, I don't know if you remember or not, we've watched a video on this before, but secondary colors, when you have red and yellow, should create orange. And you can kind of see the orange right there where it's starting to bleed. So what you'll do, artist, is you will pick up your paper very carefully. We talked about it being like a hot plate of cookies, fresh cookies, okay? And you don't want them to spill, so you have both your hands on them. And then you will take and put this on the drying rack on another piece of paper, or I will have you set it on the edge of around the room, and you'll take it home. So that is our lesson on our snowflakes.